we are back for the third and final pool play game of the day. Lancers currently sitting right on the edge of the silver bracket and need to win in 2 sets. And by as many points as possible right now, it might come down to point differential on whether we get into the silver or bronze bracket. It's going to be close with Owen Withy and Pittsburgh, who are currently playing behind me, both 0-2. Owen Withy winning a set. It goes to set differential first. Right now we'd be tied with them. So depending on what happens there, and depending on what happens here, we'll determine if we can sneak in or not. Lancers, best they can do to give themselves the best percentage of getting in is winning 2 sets and win by a lot of points. Crandon will start off the serving, and that'll be a point for them. They're up 1-0 to start. Back, received by Radical. Start on the bump one across for Thompson over the net. Blocked. And onto the Crandon side. As the Lancers tied up at 1 early. Dug up in the back, and they send one back row. We're going to have to bump it over. Koenig right there. Thompson across for Radical. Block back to Lancers side, and out of play. As the Cardinals go up 2-1. Into that, and the game ties itself back up by 2. Scheller gonna enter in for Starland, and it'll be Thompson back to serve for the Lancers. Back high close to the net, gonna set one back left side, dug up by Scheller. And someone's in the net, it was the Lancers. And they go down by 1 once again. Back corner, Luke sends one high. Thompson will bump it across for Radical. He's gonna punch it over, good spots. Line drive to the net can't be saved. As the Lancers tie right back up at 3. Bartles again enter in for Koenig, along with Quaid for Gurgle, with Bartles heading back to serve. Good spot, line drive back to the net, set back high. That'll just be bumped over. Received by Bartles. Across for Radical. Cross court and drops it down. Gives the Lancers a lead 4-3 as Bartles is back to serve once again. Bump high close to the net, off the net, and can't be saved for the Cardinals. Lancers go up by 2, 5-3. The back off the hands. Bump back up and over to the hands of Scheller. Across for Radical. Good spot, back line. That one hit out of play. As the Lancers go up by 3, 6-3. Trying to pull away here in the early points. Went back and forth for a little bit. Lancers trying to find a rhythm here. Dug up in the back. Going to set one up center to the back line, out of play. Untouched by the Lancers. As they go up by 4. Back corner, reaches to get it. From the back, going to bump it up. And he'll tap it over. Bartles right there. Thompson up center for Quay. It's the fadeaway to get it to the back line. Upper hands and out of play. As the Lancers go up by 5, 8-3. The back one tie close to the net. Comes the back off it, and miss hit in the back. Ends up going under the net. As the Lancer run continues. Now up by 6, 9-3. And an ace for Bartles off the hands of number 1. A 7-point Lancer lead. And a timeout by the Cardinals. The Lancers up by 7 early, 10-3 here in the first set. Back to the timeout. Lancers up 10-3, running a nice little run here to start off this set. It'll be Bartles continuing to serve. Fresh off the last ace, gonna knock down another. Back-to-back aces for Bartles, and the Lancer lead grows to 8. Now going the back, close to net. Scholler gets one back, ends up going off the top of the net. Rolling along for a little bit and dropping down to the Lancer side. As the run ends, Cardinals bring themselves back within 7, 11-4. Back corner, Radical off out of play. Bartles gonna send one back up, and Quaid will just punch it over. Back across right side, good touch on that. Diving save from Bartles, off the net, back in the air, and back off the net again. The lead cut down to 6, 11-5. Received in the back by Bartles. Thompson across for Quaid. The back sent high. Back up center. Tip of the net. Luke back in the air. Back set for Scholler. Wasn't ready. Gonna have to backpedal and fade away to get it. Ends up getting it over and touched back by the Cardinals. Scholler will set one up for Radical. Touched at the net. Tipped twice and out of play. And the Lancers back up by 7, 12-5. And it'll be Radical now back to serve. Back, comes back up, gonna tip one center. Blocked up by Quaid, back to the Lancer side. Radical lines up to get it. Back across for Duke into the net. And the lead right back down to 6. Starland in for Scholler. With Libero number 14 back to serve. See that Bartles. Thompson will send one across for LeDuc to the corner. There right there to get it. Second hit a little more treacherous. Ends up getting it over on the third anyway. Thompson back across for LeDuc once again. Gonna go back to the corner. This time a diving save. Back up across left side. Fades away to get it. The back line. Radical there once again. Close to net. Sent right back. Radical back in the air. And the Cardinals in the net. 13-6. Lancers back up by 7. Serve. Come back left side, close to that. Tipped along the net line. Thompson back in the air for it. Quaid to the back line, high off the basketball hoop. Back in the air, close to the net. Not going to be able to get it over. As the Lancers go back up by 8, 14-6. Fitch Seibel entering in for Radical. Close to the net. Gonna tip one back over to the Lancers. Back off the Lancers side onto Cardinal side as they go up by 9, 15-6. And that the game comes back within 8 now for the Cardinals, 15-7. With number 3 heading back to serve. Seibel. Set up center for Thompson. Good touch down the net line. Sliding save out of play. And puts the Lancers right back up by 9. Gurgle in for Quaid, and it'll be Gurgle back to serve. Along the net, tip tie, back across center. To the corner, out of play. Lancers now up 10. And now Kazemba in for Leduc. Back to tie, close to the net, tipped right up and over. Diving save by Gurgle, back in the air from Kazemba for Thompson. Tip to the net, receive center. Back across left side. Touch to the back, Seibel there. Sterling back up for Bartles. Good spots. Someone's in the net, and it's the Cardinals once again. Lancers now up 11, 18-7. Bump too close in the back, and then getting a hand on it and back up and over. Seibel right there to get it. Starling up center for Thompson. Eye of the ceiling won't touch. Back across left side again. They'll just touch it over. Berger retreats to get it. Starling up for Thompson again. To the back line, tipped out of play. Lancers up 12, 19-7. Back out of play. They go back to the Cardinals as they bring it back within 11. With 17 entering in and 8 coming back to serve. Down the line, tip back from Seibel. Starling back in the air for Bartles. She'll just bump it to the back. Bump back up left side again and into the net. Hit the 20s up by 12. Koenig and Radical in for Seibel and Bartles. And it'll be Kazemba back to serve for the Lancers. Kazemba the back, retreating is Libera. Set back up on the left. He's going to bump it over. Thompson will send one across for Radical. Tip of the net, diving save, can't go back up in the air. As the Lancers go up by 13, 21-8. Back line, out of play. Brings it back within 12, 21-9. And back to serve, leading the 2 for the Cardinals. Down the line, Kazemba sends one back high. Gurgle will send one back up into play, and bumped over by Starling. Sent across left side, fade away, get it, out of play. And the Lancers right back up by 13. Scheller in for Starling, and it'll be Thompson back to serve, just 3 points away. As their point differential looking very good here in the first set. And they finish it off without letting up too many more points here. Thompson can do with it. To the corner. On the rung and a bump one back. And he'll touch it over. Go over right there to get it. Thompson up center for Koenig. Back high in the air center. Sets it across left side. And he'll bump it over. Radical there to get it. Thompson up for Koenig again. To the back line. Set back high. Up center. And touched over. Thompson right there. Scheller across for Radical. She'll bump it over. Touch to the back corner, out of play. 23-9, Lancers just 2 points away. And now Larson can enter in for Thompson, and it'll be Larson who'll take over the serve. To the corner, tip back high. Back up front, and they'll just touch it over. That one gonna get out of play. Lancers now just 1 point away from taking the first set. 24-9, up by 15. Can they finish it off and get that 16-point differential here? Good spot from Larson. Tip back high. Close to the net, and he'll get over. Larson back up. Radic's trying to bump it over, and will. It's sitting now back in the air, and he'll touch it to the back. Punching Gurgle. Larson sets it up for Radical. Tipped at the net, sent back high, and bumped over once again. Summer back in the air, tipped by Scholler, and Gurgle gets it over. Set back up left side, into the net. Lancers take the first set by 16, 25-9. Exactly what they needed. And they're just one set away from taking the game. Will be their first of the night. Looking to go 1 and 2 in pool play. We are back for the second set. Lancers winning the first one 25-9. As in the Owen with the Pittsville game, very close is what the Lancers want. Keep the point differential low there. So the best chance for Lancers to get a better seed and get in the silver bracket. They're going to need Pittsville to win that one, preferably in 3 sets. All right, now they got a 1-point lead, 22-21. Sorry, 23-21. Pittsville closing in on that first set. Luke back to serve, starting off for the Lancers here, looking to keep that point differential high. One of the best sets they've had all year. In the last one, winning 25-9 by 16. And they'll start off with the Leduc ace to put them up by 1 here. Send one across center to the back corner, and gonna drop one down. Beautiful spot from the Cardinals as they tie it up at 1. Number 8 now back to serve. Good tie by Leduc. Thompson will send one across for Radical to the corner. Diving save, can't get it back in the air. Now the Lancers up by 1, 2-1. Thompson back to serve for the Lancers. Off the hands, trying to send it back into play with one hand. It does. Bumps it up, and that one going to get over. Thompson back for Schaller. Good spot to the back corner, and drops one down off the hands of the diving Cardinal. As the Lancers go up by 2, 3-1. spot from Thompson. She'll drop down an ace. Lancers now up by 3-4-1. Good spot from Thompson. She drops down another ace. 5-1. Lancers up 4, and Pittville has just won by 2, 25-23. A perfect score for the Lancers. Exactly what they wanted. 2-point win for the team they want to win. And they are flying high here in the second set as well. 5-1. As this one set up for Radical. High to the ceiling. Out of play. 6-1. The Lancers go up by 5. Another good spot from Thompson as she drops down another ace. Lancers are up 6, 7-1. Sends high. Gonna set one up center. Just touching the net. The Radical's there. Sends it right back. Puts the Lancers up by 7 and a timeout by the Cardinals. 8-1. Down 7 here in the second set. After the timeout, 8-1. Lancers up 7 after taking the first set, 25-9. It's a very big game for them, trying to avoid dropping into the bronze bracket, looking for a berth in the silver. And the way things have been going, might get a decent seed in the silver as well, as Thompson sends this one long up and out of play. So the run ends. Lancers hold on to a 6-point lead, 8-2, with Seibel entering in for Leduc. And number 2 heading back to serve. Received by Gurgle. Thompson sets one across for Schaller. Into that corner. Out of play. Which brings the lead down to 5. Down to the corner. Radical line drive back. Now Thompson back in the air for Schaller again. To the back. Sent high. Bump back up into play. A long way to go. And she'll bump it over. Dug up by Gurgle. Thompson up for Radical, good touch along the net line, tip back high, and now Lancers in the net. That being Radical. Puts it back down to a 4-point game. Under the net, and the Lancers go back up by 5, 9-4. She'll knock down an ace off the hands of the diving Cardinal. Puts the Lancers back up now by 6. Back, tipped out of play. Another ace for Portals. And the Lancers now up 7. Lancers with back-to-back aces. Can she go 3 straight here? Nice spot. Close to the net. Set back across. And touched over. That'll be a lift on the Cardinals. And the Lancers now going up by 8, 12-4. Running safe. Set up center. It's going to bump it to the back. Bartles right there to get it. Thompson up for Radical. Good touch. Sliding safe. That's one back. And bump it to the back. Coming back is Bartles. Set back up for Radical again. To the corner. And now Kazemba in for Radical. Just gave the Lancers a 9-point lead, 13-4. Bugging back close to that. Scholler gonna send one back down. Tipped out of play. As the Lancers go by 10 now, 14-4. Nice of them from Scholler at the net. As Bartles now on a nice run. Another nice spot there. Diving save back to the Lancers side. Thompson is there. Semba sets one up for Wade. So just bump it over. Close to net here. Gonna set one back off the nets, and he'll tip it over. Cyber there to get it. Thompson sets one up for Quaid. Gonna bump it to the back line. Running save back in the air. Set back up left side and touched over. Thompson on the run. I'll bump it up for Quaid. Gonna punch it over. Close to the net. Just touches it up. Quaid right there. Thompson back for Kazemba. Good spot from Kazemba, and she'll get the kill. Putting the Lancers up by 11, 15-4. Good spot from Bartles, another ace. Now up 12, 16-4. And we'll send in number 3 for 14. Bartles still going strong. Currently with a 12-point lead. Fresh off the latest ace. This one sent high. Bump back up center and into the net. Nice up 13, 17-4 with Koenig entering in for Bartles. And it'll be Koenig who will take over the serve. And Koenig into the net. The run ends. Lancers up by 12, 17-5. With number 4 heading back to serve. Received by Kazemba. Back up for Quaid on the run. Going to punch it over. Good spot. Diving save. Back up center. And he'll just bump it over. Thompson right there. Kazemba back up center for Scholler. Into the net. And the Cardinals back with an 11. To the back, Koenig right there. Kazemba gonna bump one back up into play. And Koenig gonna bump it over. Good spot, and she'll drop it down. 18-12, the Lancers back up by 12. And it'll be Kazemba back to serve for the second time. Got her first one down, but her second ended up going long as Radical re-enters in for Seibel. And we'll see what Kazemba has here. Good spot middle. Sets one across to the left. Right to Koenig. Back to Scholler. Dug up in the back and a set one back up into play. And to the hands of Thompson. Scholler across for Radical. Good touch. Bounce off the net. Bump back high off the backboard. And gonna make it over. Thompson up for Quaid. Good spot, running save once again. Close to the net, just punch it over, tip back high, and a lift on Scholler. Back to an 11-point lead for the Lancers as Seibel enters right back in for Radical. And number 17 heading back to serve. Down the line, out of play. Lancers get it right back up by 12. Starland in for Schaller, and it'll be Starland back to serve. Tie center, pumps him back up on the left, and just bumped over. Xumba right there to get it, set up for Thompson, good touch, diving save, bumps it back up high, and he'll touch it over. And they're gonna say that was 2 hits on the Cardinals. Puts the Lancers now 13, 20-7. Good spot. Close to the net, Sackerdale will be saved as Starland drops down an ace, putting the Lancers up by 14. That one went way out of play. Off in the court 1. But I'm back now. It is 22-7. We are up by 15. To the back, touch tie. Back up center, and he'll just punch it over. Sideball right there to get it. Starland bumps it across for Thompson over the net. Save and set back center. Off the net and onto the Lancer side. As the lead drops down to 14, 22-8. Net received by Koenig. Back across for Thompson. Good touch. Running save. Not going to get there in time. As the Lancers go up 15, 23-8. Now just 2 points away. And it'll be Quaid back to do it. After a quick substitution. 5 in for 2. Lancers won the last one by 16. Have a chance to get just about the same number here. Quaid to the back. Has to step out of bounds to get it, and that one drops down off a lift. As the Lancers go up by 16, 24-8, 1 point away from taking this one. And improving to 1-2 on the day. Quaid for the win. And it'll end on an ace off the hands, number 14. 25-9 in the first set, 25-8 in the second set. As the Lancers' point differential just skyrockets. And we'll see what they end up with. We'll have a lunch break for about an hour, maybe 30 minutes. More close to an hour at the moment, because we ended quickly. And we should be back live 1:30 or 2-ish, depending on where we're seated. If we're seated in the silver bracket in a certain spot, we might not play till 2:30. So just keep an eye on it. Anywhere from 1 to 2:30 should be our resuming starting point. Sorry, 1:30 to 2:30. Will be our starting point. And we'll see if the Lancers did enough to get into the silver bracket. If not, let's play a round robin with a couple of bronze teams. If they do go into the silver bracket, it'll be just 4 teams in. Winners play each other in the after the semifinals, and losers play each other. So we're guaranteed at least 2 more games, whether we're in the championship game or the 3rd place game. Lancers take this one in 2 sets. They are 1-2 on the day and are 9-9 on the year.